Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD vinyl update. As per usual with my updates, I've got about 8 or 9 things here to talk about. I did a video on some of my absolute favorite thrash albums of 1988, and I actually, one of them I showed on cassette, and I realized I only had it on cassette, which, you know, I'd like to get at least the CD, and I did. I saw this like dirt cheap on eBay for about I think $7 delivered. Great, pre-owned, great condition. But this is the band's third album and the album that I personally got into this band on, and just absolutely love this album and the next couple albums after this in their discography. But I'm talking about Suicidal Tendencies, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, When I Can't Even Smile Today. So yeah, I had the cassette for years and just don't know why I haven't picked up the CD, and was able to get an original pressing on CD for, you know, like I said, really cheap. There is the CD. If you don't know this album, or, you know, you haven't dug into some of the Suicidal Tendencies, I still need to check out Join the Army. I actually don't know why I haven't, truthfully. But the album that came after this, Lights, Camera, Revolution, fantastic. And the next album after that, which kind of gets shit on a bit, but I really love it, The Art of Rebellion. And then even, they had a kind of a remake album after that called Still Psycho or something, after all these years. But the album even that came after that, Suicidal for Life, the lyrical content on that one was, it was okay. The music was fantastic, but you know what? I really enjoy that kind of handful of albums, but this is a absolute must-have, fantastic album. Check out anything from this album. Trip of the Brain, Pledge Your Allegiance, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, awesome song. You know, Sorry, Surf and Slam. Check out Suicidal Tendencies, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, When I Can't Even Smile Today. Next up, okay, sometimes you know what? Truthfully, I don't show, I grew up on tons of hair metal. I still listen to it all the time. I'm not always, showing the Cinderellas and the Motley Crues, Rat, things like that, but I do love it, grew up on it. And once in a while, I write, and I do call that metal, but if you dial it back a little bit more to bands like, Boston, Rush, Styx, REO Speedwagon, Foreigner, I'm not huge into that. I do love a lot of the songs and things like that. But when I heard Todd Michael Hall was making an album that was kind of a classic sounding album, and I heard the first 1 or 2 singles from it. So if you don't know who Todd Michael Hall is, he's the current lead vocalist of Riot 5, Riot V. He was also on that show, The Voice. I don't actually watch that show myself. My wife's a big fan of it, but she was watching one night, and I was walking by, and I see this guy on there, and he's singing Jukebox Hero, and he just crushed it. Absolutely phenomenal. So anyways, when I heard Todd Michael Hall was coming out with an album via Rat Pack Records, which I'm actually spinning some Metal Church, they're on that label, and Rat Pack, I keep fucking that up. Anyways, Rat Pack Records has a great track record with anybody named Todd right now. So, and I'm referring to Todd LaTorre, his brand new album this year. Fantastic. Check that out if not. But here is the brand new classic sounding hard rock album from Todd Michael Hall. I encourage you to check this out. It is just a straightforward rocker. And so basically all the music for this is he teamed up with Kurt Vanderhoof from Metal Church. And fantastic job. I think Kurt does all the bass on here, even some of the drums. But here's the back cover. So this is the first solo album. I think first official. I'm not quite sure what Todd Michael Hall's done in the past, but this is his first release on Rat Pack Records, called Sonic Healing. Let me just show you what comes with this. Really nice inner. Yeah, this is just, like I said, just a straightforward rocker. You know, if you like stuff like Foreigner, there's some stuff like sounds like Russian here. And honestly, there's even, I forget which song it is, but it even reminds me of some 80s Poison in a way. But overall, just a really good listen. Very positive album. Here is, the centerings are the same on both sides. Rat Pack Records, I cannot speak highly enough of that company. Their releases, their packaging, the whole works is just awesome. So I showed you the cover already, and this came with a beautiful hype sticker, as usually Rat Pack Records does. And this included an autographed cardboard of the cover. There is Todd Michael Hall's autograph. And on the back, cool picture. And like I said, current vocalist on the last two albums of Riot 5. So check that out, brand new 2021 release. And I also picked that up on CD because it had a couple of bonus tracks that weren't on the album. And like to, you know, have that in my truck just for, you know, cruising around or whatever. And there is the back cover, a little bit of a glare. But I think what was the first single was Overdrive, then Let Loose Tonight. What were a couple of my favorites? The song Like No Other actually has a really kind of a bit of an eerie intro, almost like a Metal Church Badlands. Not a, you know, a long intro, but it will remind you of some Metal Church stuff. This is done by all the music, like I said, done by Kurt Vanderhoof, who's a fantastic guy all around, period. I mean, I love Metal Church. And check out the last track, Long Lost Rock and Rollers. And I think there's one song that really reminded me of some Rush on here, you know, Foreigner, stuff like that. But check out the new album from Todd Michael Hall called Sonic Healing. Next up, I'm going to show you, when I saw this reissue, I couldn't jump on this fast enough. And it came up on Amazon as a pre-order for fairly cheap. I think in the $23 range, which doesn't happen often. So I'm like, you know what? For $23, I'm gonna buy 3 copies. I have a friend who will really want a copy, and then I'll keep a copy and, you know, maybe ship it off to somebody else or whatever. And I have yet to even get one copy from Amazon yet, and I just know I'm gonna get that email saying they can't get it. But anyways, I was in a record shop a couple hours away from home. The guy had 2 copies, and I'm like, well, I am not chancing it. I'm getting these. And what am I talking about already? I am talking about the brand new reissue of Voivod's The Outer Limits. I am so pumped to have this. This is one of 3 albums that were released on MCA Records, and an original of this, you know, good luck. You're talking hundreds of dollars, and if you are the lucky person that owns one of these, you know, like I said, you're very lucky to have that. They're not cheap to find, so I thought I'm going to get this reissue. So fantastic album by Voivod. I hope they release the other 2 MCA released records as a reissue here too. That would be great. This one came out on Real Gone Music, which I didn't even realize that, you know, MCA and Geffen Records were, you know, associated or whatever. But here is the hype sticker. First time on vinyl in the US, well, and in Canada, I guess, where I am. Includes inner sleeve with lyrics, blue with black swirl pressings, limited to 1,500 copies. Yeah, and from what I hear, this sold out like so quick. And any of you that are waiting on Amazon, I hope you get them. I really do. I would hate to see you not get a copy. But here is the inner. So yeah, still hoping for Nothing Face. I would love to see that reissued, and Angel Rat, you know, including those 2 in this album, 3 of my favorite Voivod albums. Here's the inner sleeve. So I don't know if that's close to the original. I showed you the back cover already. And let's take a look at this. What did they call that? The blue with black swirl pressing. The center logo is really cool. This is a 140 gram vinyl, something like that. It's not too heavyweight, which I don't mind at all. Anyways, both center rings are the same, and if you see that kind of black and blue swirl, sounds fantastic. Just really happy to have one of my favorite Voivod albums on vinyl. All right, what else do we have here? I was picking up, I had ordered from my my record shop guy that new Exhorter, or the new reissue of Exhorter, Slaughter in the Vatican, on I'm drawing a blank here, Music on Vinyl, and picked that up, and I looked over and I said, oh man, when did you get these? And I looked over, and he's got all 3 reissues of 2019 reissues of the first 3 Razor albums on vinyl. Not a bad price, and I do like to support him as much as I can. So I visit there in the summer when I'm back and forth out to the lake or whatever. I do stop and see him every time, and I don't want to leave without at least one item. But anyways, Razor, Canadian speed thrash speed later on, maybe on around their their 5th album for sure. Fantastic one. Another one that I showed in my favorite thrash albums from 1988. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. I'll take all 3. I do have some Razor on cassette and CD, but I don't have any Razor on vinyl. So I thought, yeah, let's take those. So the first one is their debut album, and their debut album is from 1985. This is Razor Executioner's Song. Just awesome album. Probably rank this, well, the first 5 albums I really do like, with Sheepdog on vocals, Stace McLaren. But here's the lineup. How metal are these guys? But I would rank this one top 3 or 4 for sure. Very good album. Try anything off here. Take This Torch, Fast and Loud, Escape the Fire, and actually the song, The End, I really enjoy that. It's only like about a 1 minute and 20-second song. But so these are reissues from, especially in Canada, you'll be familiar with Attic Records, and these were reissued by Viper Records, which the inner sleeve shows their logo right here, and the back of the inner sleeve is all the lyrics for that one. They do a really good job. I was looking on what is it, High Roller Records, and on their site, there actually some of these first reissues come out on another label called Storm of the Past. Probably just as good a reissues as these are. These are really, they're well worth your money for sure. But here is the center logo. They have side 1 and 2 on here, and then on the B side, they have the Viper logo, and that is the same for all 3 of these that I'm going to show you. But if you're new, to some of these, you got these bands from Canada that sometimes they go a little bit overlooked, but there's some must-have stuff in there. Razor, Annihilator, if you're not familiar with them, Sacrifice, Exciter. Those are kind of 4 of my real favorites of the kind of thrash speed metal. Some of them are a little more on the speed side, and then some of them, like I said, they've done both, or a combination of speed and thrash. But here's the album that was basically my introduction to this band way back in 1985, when I saw the video for Evil Invaders. And I don't know I think this cover is cool, but you might rank it up to be one of those covers where it's so stupid looking, it's awesome, you know what I mean? But here is Evil Invaders, and I'm talking about, a little bit cheesy on the whatever this cyborg dude is, but who gives a crap? It looks awesome. But there's the gas tank and the motorcycle, Evil Invaders. if you've never heard that song, go check out the song Evil Invaders. I mean, fantastic. Here's the back. Some Canadian, Eastern Canada, these guys come from, Guelph, Ontario. I'm sure you're familiar with, if you have never been to Canada, you've heard of Toronto. Well, Guelph is, not super close to Toronto, but it's in the neighborhood. But anyways, check out my favorite tracks, Cross Me Fool, awesome song, Evil Invaders, Iron Hammer, Cutthroat. The last song on here is called Thrash Dance. So there's Evil Invaders. I don't know why I didn't pick up these reissues back when they came out in 2019. I'm just still glad they're around, and they haven't, skyrocketed in price or anything. So same center ring there as the other one I showed you, and the Viper logo on this side. And I'm going to show you their third album. By the way, Evil Invaders, that would probably, that would be really close to almost a tie with Violent Restitution for number 1. You know what? In case I rank these someday, I will just leave it at that for now. Their fourth album was a bit of a departure. I don't own that on vinyl, but I think I'm going to get it. It's called Custom Killing. I don't think personally, it's not as bad as people make it out to be. But yes, their fifth album, Violent Restitution, they absolutely killed it on that album. And I said it in my thrash video. It's just one of those albums you need to listen to before you die type of list. Check out that. But anyways, here's Razor's third album, released, 1 year later in 1986. This is Malicious Intent. The only thing on this album, it gets a little bit of crap for, at times, the drum sound. It's almost a little bit in your face. There's some drum fills and things like that maybe are a little too loud, but it really doesn't lessen the quality of this record. In my opinion, there are some great songs on this. And yeah, check out, there's the band too. And check out the lead-off track, Tear Me to Pieces. Awesome. Cage of Ragers. Sheepdog is just lots of screams in this. And it's not annoying. Well, it isn't to me anyways, but just really cool screams. Check out Rebel Onslaught, High Speed Metal, and KMA, Kiss My Ass, that means. Anyways, check out some Razor if you haven't. I'm like I said, I live right here in Canada. Actually, I didn't even show you the inner sleeve of there is the inner sleeve of Evil Invaders. So, and here's the lyrics on this side, and then it shows a picture of the first album. And so yeah, I live here right in Canada, so I'm familiar with Razor, have been for years. And here is Malicious Intent. So got another one of these on this side, and no lyrics on this one, just the Razor logo. And the vinyl is exactly the same as the other two, so we'll skip by that one. All right, where are we at? I got two more. Actually, no, we're going to shift to something on the dark side, something brutal that, I always say I've dabbled in a little death metal over probably about at least the past 2 years. I'm loving bands like Obituary and, Bolt Thrower, and I'll draw a blank on the rest. But anyways, this actually was about January. I started to get into Asphyx. I don't know, Martin Van Drunen's vocals, that just desperation in his voice. I just really loved it. And the guitar tone by Paul Byans. So I started off with the brand new album from 2021 called Necrosaurus and just loved it. So I thought I'd backtrack to at least get the 4 where they kind of stopped after 2000, and then there was a 9-year gap of no albums. And in 2000, Paul and Martin weren't even on those albums, a couple of those albums. There is a couple classics that I still need. One's called The Rack, and the other one is called Last One on Earth. Those are 2 still on my list. That would make 6 albums out of 10 from this band that I would want. So anyways, I had shown some other Asphyx in my other updates, but I had picked up just lately, this is their 2009, I guess, kind of comeback with Martin and Paul. Paul being the guitar player, and this one still had their, maybe not original drummer, but their, longtime drummer, Bob Backus. Fantastic drummer too. But anyways, I picked up Death the Brutal Way by Asphyx. I think Asphyx is the proper pronunciation, but here is the cover. Just another, awesome death metal album. And I've said it over and over, sometimes these death metal albums just, they're not what you think they are. I mean, some of the vocals are an acquired taste, let's put it, but you know what? So is King Diamond. There's lots of acquired taste vocal wise, but the music is just bone crushing. These are great albums, and out of the 4, well, I do now have the 4 latest Asphyx albums, and they all sound great. They're not all samey, not to me anyways. There's favorite tracks that stick out, and now I'm getting to that point where I put one of the albums on it. I know the song because I played them enough. But anyways, pick that up. There's the back cover. This is a Century Media release from 2009. Before I forget, I am spinning some Metal Church in the background, and I opened this up today, and the download card fell out, and that I've never used. So if somebody wants to, or haven't heard the brand new studio album by Metal Church, damned if you do. So this is what it looks like, and I'm going to flip it over if you want to pause this and go on to this site and check out this album. If we can focus that. There you go, damned if you do. Rat Pack always, actually, I shouldn't say always, because actually the Todd Michael Hall did not include one. So, anyways, and then Metal Church last year put out kind of a collection of rarities, some unused tracks, some live tracks, and that was called From the Vault. I also have that if somebody would like to check that out. Here is Metal Church From the Vault. And we'll flip that over, and hopefully somebody can pause that and check that album out. And that's it for the downloads. Please go use them, whoever wants them. And to wrap up this update, I got a couple of live Rainbow. I think I have about 6 or 7 Rainbow albums. But if you watch this channel, to any length or any period of time, I'm a huge Dio fan. So I like to pick up anything that has Ronnie James Dio on it. Never had this in my collection. Picked it up on CD. They're very inexpensive too. This is a 1977 release of a live album called On Stage. And of course we got Ronnie James Dio on vocals. This is a really good lineup too. This one has Jimmy Bain, Cozy Powell, Ronnie James Dio, Richie Blackmore, of course, and there's a keyboard player in here. Tony Carey on keyboards. Just a really, really good live album from Rainbow. This one was recorded, they did a bunch of shows in Germany and Japan in 1976, and this was taken from there. But there's one song on here, Kill the King, which actually came on their 3rd album. So that, they stuck one newer song on this one, because this came out in 77, and I think the, what is that? Where is it? Long Live Rock and Roll came out in 78, and of course Kill the King is on there. Fantastic track. And to wrap up this update, I picked up an awesome live Rainbow album on vinyl that I saw, and I just part of the reason I got it is I picked up a couple of Dio reissues on Ear Music. I had shown these in the past. This here's one of them. This is Dio live in London, Hammersmith Apollo 1993 on Ear Music. part of Eagle Entertainment and Edel Music. I believe that is a German company. And I also picked up Finding the Sacred Heart. So I had shown these on previous updates already. And I thought, okay, if this one's on there and it's that quality, I'm in. So I picked up Rainbow. And this has Ronnie James Dio on vocals, so I'm sold right away. Rainbow, live in Munich, 1977. Richie Blackmore, Ronnie James Dio, Cozy Powell, Bob Daisley on bass, and David Stone on keyboards. I'm actually not that familiar with David Stone, but hey man, if you got Cozy Powell and Bob on there with Richie Blackmore, you got a hell of a lineup. And here is the track listing. This is such a great packaging with these guys. I would definitely encourage you, if you do see these, including those live Dio that I've shown, pick them up. Great. Oh yeah, I want to show this picture a little. Look at that, just a really young guys back then. You know, 1977. Wow. I mean, 1977. I was in the lineup for the first Star Wars movie way back. Just a little baby 6 strings back then. Anyways, here is the hype sticker, similar to the other one. 100% virgin vinyl. That's good because you don't want vinyl that's been passed around too much, right? Anyways, and cool inner sleeves. I don't think I have any inner sleeves that are cut out like this to show the center rings, but I thought that's really cool. I will transfer these to MoFi at some point. But so this is a 5-sided, 3 vinyl, 5-sided. The last side's etched. Now I really want to show you it. It's so cool. But here is the track listing. I'll just show you 2 out of 3 of these vinyl. All the center rings are the same anyways. So there's what that looks like. Sound wise, yeah, really, really, really good. And so there's side. Here's the etch side on the, so you got A, B, C, D, E. You got an E side, which is actually only 1 song. And then you got the etch side, which is just unreal. I hope it shows up on here, but no, it's reflecting everything. That's going to be bad. You can kind of see the rainbow right there. Oh, there you go. Live in Munich down there. I don't want to be touched. Well, I don't have to play this side anyway, so hopefully you get the gist of that. It's just maybe that time of day with the glare, but well worth it. This Rainbow live in Munich, 1977 on Ear Music. Check it out if you're a fan, especially if you're a fan of Dio stuff. and Rainbow, I mean, holy, they have probably close to 20 live albums. I'm not shitting you. It is that many. But that is my update for today. Sorry, I can't get these under a certain amount of time. So just skip the part where I'm talking and you'll be fine. But hope you enjoyed that and saw a couple albums that you would like to check out. Or again, I'm working on a gamma ray ranking video, so if anybody's interested in that, stay tuned. Should be within 10 days or so. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, stay heavy.